what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Bree.
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy, Chosen and the Beat.
And you just pulled up to the chop shop.
You look
fancier chop shop today, though.
You look nice, Miss Bree.
Thank you. You too.
Oh,
You look very dapper. I love it.
Thank you.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Chosen.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful. I would want to say that, I think we kind of like dressed a little bit cute tonight, but it's because we went to a gala. We went to the third annual Fat Camp Gala. Shout out to Cuban Mimi.
Shout out Cuban Mimi.
Fat Camp. I've been part of that organization, doing softball and things like that she has, but she has other things on top of that. But I don't want to talk too much about it because I would like to have her on and discuss it.
Let her tell you about what she does for this community.
Exactly.
Very much a big pillar in the community. Absolutely. Shout out to Cuban Mimi. We love you.
And
then things that you do is unmatched. So yeah, we appreciate you for having us at the gala. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. I love to see the ladies getting their flowers about, all the hard work that they did throughout the year. So it was super dope. Yeah. I see all the men and everybody coming and, showing support. So it was really good to be there. So thank you for having us, Cuban Mimi.
Exactly. Yeah. We're going to give you your flowers while you're here,
Absolutely.
So, but we'd like to have her on the show to
absolutely
discuss and have a conversation. Chop it up, right?
Chop it up with Cuban Mimi, baby.
Chop it up with Cuban Mimi. So we said, hey, well, it's a good time to shoot a podcast. We look nice, might as well. So one of these things I was thinking about, because sometimes, like when I've gone out and I've done certain things or whatever, like maybe go get my nails done, get my hair done or whatever, before I go get those things done, I kind of feel, maybe I don't feel good about myself. I feel blah, you know what I mean? And I was just like, ugh. And you could sit there and tell me like, oh, you look beautiful, whatever. And even though you tell me that, I'm like, dude, I look like crap. You know what I mean? I feel like crap. I feel bloated or whatever the circumstances are.
It's like, yo, I might want something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna kiss her and I'm trying to get her in the mood, and she's like, I don't deserve it. I look ugly. I'm like, nah, baby, you look beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You look beautiful, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You love me.
You know what I'm saying? Matter. And she's saying because, I love her, I'm supposed to say that, right? So it doesn't come, it's coming from me. It doesn't mean nothing almost in a sense. And then she would deprive herself from, doing some things that we like to do.
I feel crappy.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
because she don't feel beautiful to herself. Man,
so that's what I've explained.
So I'm like, what the hell?
No, babe, I know please don't take it personally. Help me out, ladies. Let me know if this is the same way that you feel. Like if you feel like crap and your dude is on you or whatever and trying to get some or whatever the circumstances are or whatever, and you're just like, you can't possibly think I look good. I look like shit. And if you feel that way about yourself, regardless of whatever, are you going to be like, let me just, let's go real quick? I mean, at times we have, but I just feel like, I'm like, I don't feel sexy. You know what I mean? I don't feel like myself.
But I'm sitting there like, yo, I'm your husband. I'm telling you, look sexy as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and it's not because I'm horny. You know what I'm saying? It's not because I just want some pussy.
That too.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course I want some, right? But I tell you every day, like, man, she sweeps me off my feet every time I see her. She can get out of bed and I'll see my beautiful wife. She's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And you're gorgeous. But
no, I take what you're saying and I love it, because if you were not to say this to me, if you weren't ever to tell me I was pretty or ever give me a compliment, I then would probably feel like worse. You know what I mean? So it doesn't get discredited. Okay? It's just that nothing that you can say to me technically is going to change how I feel about myself at that time, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, but then for instance, like I'll go out or whatever and like go get my hair done, go get my nails done, whatever, and before I even go, or if I come back out, a random stranger says something to me or whatever, and then it's like, oh, okay, I guess I do look nice or whatever. And you were like, what the fuck? Not that you're not tripping about anybody like talking to me and saying I look nice or whatever the circumstances are, but it's like, in a way, it kind of uplifted me. Like, oh, okay, it must be true then, instead of he's just trying to get some and trying to tell me or whatever. And that's not, I know it's like a double standard in a way.
So you feel like, so you're saying like women need validation from other people to believe, to feel good? Like, do you like to have that validation?
Not all the time. I just think it just depends. Because, for instance, I'll give you an example. Like if I had got dressed and I came out and you didn't go like, you know, like lick your lips or whatever, or look at me in a way that I look scrumptious to you, right? Then I would feel like crap. You know what I'm saying? So obviously your opinion means a lot to me of how I feel, you know what I mean? As far as me coming across sexy and feeling pretty, you know, obviously, you know, people could say you should never let anybody make you feel better. You know, you should feel good about yourself or whatever, but that's not realistic. You know what I mean? I feel like if somebody tells you that you look pretty, if there's not an ulterior motive, you know, then that's like, oh, okay, I believe what they have to say. It's also, I feel like, ladies, hear me out. When a girl gives a compliment that's not in like a sexual way or whatever, just like, you look beautiful, like, oh my gosh, you know, and then that's that. I feel like that's almost like the best compliment. You know what I mean? I feel like ladies give the best compliments if it's coming from a genuine place because it's like real. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you? Like if a dude were to ever to be like, hey bro, you look dope or whatever, you look nice or whatever. I guess guys don't really give compliments, but like, you'd be like, hey, that's a nice suit or something like that. That's a nice jacket.
I mean, I guess anybody will feel good when somebody gives you a compliment. But it's like if my wife tells me I'm looking good, that's all the validation I need. I'm like, I'm feeling ugly. Nah, baby, you look good. Come here, give me some. I'm going to give you some. You know what I'm saying? You're saying like, I'm going to deprive myself and you because I don't feel sexy. And then not listening to your husband saying, no, you do look sexy. And then feeling better when another man or somebody else says, hey, you look good. You're like, oh, shit, I look good. It's like, how is that? Is that what you're saying? Like Ayeshacurry had said something like that, right?
That's my point.
She said like, oh, I like when I get hollered at by other people. It makes me feel good, right?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing for women?
No, but that's the thing.
That have been in long ass relationships. Like we've been in a relationship for 16 years, and like
exactly.
So you need like, is that what you're saying?
So this is. So let me say this. I want to say something. Two things. One, yes, the ayeshacurry, she made a comment several years ago, and people got to give her a lot of shit about it because she was like, you know, she's had several kids. She was not in the limelight really, other than her husband, right? She didn't have her own cooking stuff and whatever her other you know, adventures that she was doing with her own stuff, and she made a comment, and people like talk shit. You better that's a good man right there, and this or whatever, and just gave her a whole bunch of shit. And she's like, dang, like. It's not that. They've been together for a long time, high school type shit, right? I mean, long time. And sometimes it's just like, you want to know if you still kind of have it a little bit. You know what I mean? I guess that's the only reason why I say that. And so it's not that, like I said, it's not that you're giving me a compliment or telling me that I'm sexy or whatever you're telling me is I'm not trying to invalidate that because I need that. Okay. I need that. All I'm saying is that the days that I'm looking like a bum bitch and I'm like, bro, women are entitled to have feelings. Women are entitled to go through moods. Even the finest out there, Beyonce, Halle Berry, they have days that they're like, I don't feel like myself. There's no way that they wake up every morning and feel like I look gorgeous every day. You know what I mean? Even though we look at them and we like look up to them and say, wow, they're absolutely stunning, you know, beautiful women. I'm sure they have bad days too. We just don't see it. They don't let us see it. You know, but why can't they feel that way? You know what I mean? Why can't they feel that, you know, maybe having a compliment from somebody else that doesn't have, I mean, maybe they want to holler, but just doesn't have an agenda, you know, doesn't have to say, like, I guess you don't have to say it to me, but I feel like it's kind of like part of the job description.
It's almost you know like you want to feel like you still got it, like being hollered at. It's like, oh yeah, it makes me feel like I get it, I got it. Like back in the day, I would like try to flirt with a girl or something and be like, you know, just to see what's up. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, okay. But I'm not giving nobody. I don't really get compliments or you know, no one's really hollered at me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Some woman was trying to holler at you today, trying to pull up on you at the
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was my imagination, but you know, I don't really ain't no bitches hollering at me. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's never been something that I had the luxury. I ain't like some other dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but you walk around scowling. You look angry. I don't know if anybody would be wanting to approach you in that way. If you have maybe more of like I don't know. I don't want you to be like, you know, with a smile on your face like all the time. But you do. You walk around with like an angry face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like what's your right now?
Yeah.
Right now, angry
like
face.
Like an RD.
Resting dick face.
Resting dude face.
Resting dude face.
RD. I don't know. Like, I mean, what would a dude be? Like
RNF. Resting nigga face.
I'm not gonna say that.
I know. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that's what you walk around like. But honestly, if that's, I mean, I've always told that when I was younger too. People were like, I thought you were so mean. Like, and I'm like, what? Like, I guess I walk around with the RBF or whatever. And I'm like, okay, how would you want me to walk around? Like, I would look scary if I just walked around with a smile on my face all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's why maybe the circumstances, or maybe you're just not even paying attention. Maybe people were trying to like look at you and trying to, but
yeah,
you're oblivious.
I'm oblivious.
Men literally are oblivious to shit. Women can peep game about another female, try to holler at their dude, even if it's like we be knowing. We be knowing. Oh, yeah. We know, we could tell. And you guys are oblivious to it.
I think the only people that you probably consider was hollering at me were people that were in my life, and then they were cool with me, and then they were like, all of a sudden they just stopped all communication.
Yeah, that one too.
I was like, damn, I thought we were cool, and then it was all communication stopped. So I think maybe that could be considered.
She blamed me for that too.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It is what it is. But again, like I said, I don't really think I feel like I need validation to let me know that I look nice. I feel what I feel. Somebody tell me I look ugly, I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is.
You know what I'm saying? You don't believe that.
You know what I'm saying? But if you tell me I look good, I'm happy. I don't feel like I need to get that validation. I don't know why other females feel like they want to get that from other people to believe that.
I'm going to tell you the reason why.
Personally, I'm like, it is what it is.
I'm going to tell you the reason why.
I mean, you can. It feels great, I guess, but I'm not like, I don't know.
It's cool. It's not like I'm sitting here looking for like, oh, please, somebody, give me a compliment. It's not that. It's just saying like, it happens once in a while. Somebody might say something or whatever, like, or whatever. Not like, you put a smile on your face. None of those creepy shits. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody genuinely giving me a compliment or whatever or something. And it's very kind. And it just uplifted me. But I'll give you an example. Okay?
Go ahead.
What?
You already gave me an example, but give me another one.
I told you there was two.
Okay.
Okay? No, the second example would be, is that, husbands have a tendency to, I'll say men. Men in general just have a tendency to be, when they get older, they become more like, I don't know how to describe it. Just like they get more handsome or whatever. You can see a person who was like literally a nerd, and then they get older, they can be extremely handsome. Women, not that they can't be more beautiful, but unfortunately, society puts women in a box from a small period of time. And then when they get older, it's like they just kind of throw them away. It's like you hit 40, or even nowadays, you're in your 30s. It's like you're not in your 20s anymore. You're like, ugh. And that's sad, because then women feel like, they don't feel pretty anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, it's really sad, And the thing about it is that that's just how all it is. Hollywood, right? Men, they will cast a man who's in their 60s, 50s or 60s, and have it be with a woman who's in their 20s and be the main woman. You don't normally see the same age people. You know what I mean? It's because the women in Hollywood purposes and their prime.
Yeah, because they need to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? To be whatever. But that's for that. That's for that fucking. That's in that lifestyle. We are regular people. We're not in Hollywood.
Hold on, but you're right. You know what I'm saying? You're right.
We're a regularly married couple, 9 to 5s. We work. We try to business. We have a kid. We have a family. Why the fuck would we care about Hollywood shit? That's just not realistic anyways.
Well, it's not. But guess what? The world revolves around society.
Yeah,
Instagram,
if you're on TV.
Instagram, but Instagram is Hollywood.
If you're doing stuff, if you're a regular woman, you shouldn't have to worry about all that bullshit. If you're a person that needs to be a model and needs to post her shit and needs to be in that particular limelight, then yeah, you need to have a certain look. And unfortunately, once you get a certain age, you're probably not going to be wanted anymore. That's just what it is. But you're in that profession.
Hold on. But let me say this: who gives a fuck? What if it doesn't have to be a person. It could be in the work environment. It could be a woman who still has a career, but it's like, she's invalid because she's older.
Not if she's not. Listen, there's a lot of ugly people that are old and ugly and decrepit that are in a work environment, that are in a high area work environment, and their age ugliness does not stop them from being in that particular area.
No, you're right.
Okay.
But what about their mental health? You don't know what's going on with them. What if they feel like, dang, I don't feel good anymore. What if these women who were these gorgeous bombshells, and then all of a sudden, you even said, like, even we're even talking just today, and you're looking up old actors and stuff like that. You're like, dang, she didn't age well. She's our age and she looks like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I know that they're in Hollywood,
but they didn't age well.
You're
but
right.
You do.
You're right. Okay. You're missing my point.
No, I'm not.
You're missing my point. I'm aging well, maybe right as of right now, but give me 5 years. Who knows what the fuck's gonna happen? And then I could look like even more older. Who knows? And all I'm saying is that, like, even just the hatred that I get online, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's calling you old or whatever. They're saying shit to me. Oh, you look like you're on drugs. You look like this. You're fucking long face. This, whatever. They attack me for my shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what the fuck? You know, I'm just sitting here. Yes, I was talking shit about white people, but that's not the point. You know what I'm saying? That's not the point. They were talking shit about features of myself. You know what I'm saying? They're nitpicking the whatever you want to call my imperfections and stuff like that. I think you're missing the point a little bit. Is that that's what I think. I think women are seeking validation from those that are outside of that just to see if they still have it for themselves, to have it because once a woman hits a certain age, unfortunately, that's how society treats them. My grandma always said this, if you're pretty, you know, you'll have your way in the world. And I'm like, that's fucking
pretty privilege.
Yeah. And I would sit there and be like, that's fucked up, grandma. So she paid for my braces. She told me, she's like, you want to get a nose job? And I was like, no, what about can you give me some self-esteem? You know what I'm saying? But she was like, people who have pretty privilege have more things in life. Women get scrutinized significantly more. A man can literally have, a gut, a fucking crossed eyes, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. A woman, they nitpick every little thing. She has a freckle that is da-da-da-da-da. Or it's like, her under eyes, like I was just saying, my under eyes are fucked up or whatever. And so her lips aren't big enough. So then they go and get these things done that people keep telling, that talk shit about it. And then they go get them done. She's fake now. You know what I'm saying? Like, women can't win, bro. Oh, dang, look at her. She has no butt. She gets her butt done. Ugh, she got a fake butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Yeah. She's fat. She gets lipo. Damn.
Oh, she got lipo.
She got lipo. Ugh, she fake bitch.
All right.
It's like we can never win. You know what I mean?
I get it. It just sucks for men who have one.
Men can have kids until they're 80 or 90, 100 years old. Y'all can have kids forever. Women have a certain time window. So, you know again,
you shouldn't have ate the apple or the damn fruit. If you wouldn't have disobeyed God, you wouldn't have had all these damn issues. So that's on y'all. But anyways, as far as that, I respect that, I guess. But again, when it in turn makes your husband get deprived or you push him away because you're not feeling good about yourself and he can't do nothing about it, it sucks. So, and that's nothing that you can say or do about it. I'm telling my wife she's beautiful. I'm not happy in myself, exactly, and you're not happy in myself. But why would you not be happy when yourself when you should be? You know, and it's like, okay, what am I doing wrong? I'm bloated. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong that's causing my wife not to believe in herself? I should, and I'm starting to feel like I'm fucking up because you don't trust me enough to know that I think that you're beautiful. You see what I'm saying?
No, I think that you think I'm beautiful, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
I don't care.
It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Bro, it's because I'm your wife.
Exactly.
Okay. There's a meme out there. There's a meme out there where it has a picture of this. It's like maybe a cartoon or whatever. And this guy is like saying, oh, my wife is beautiful. Oh my God. And then it's like a supermodel. She's like gorgeous. And this is an older guy or whatever. And they're like, wow, he has a young wife. Like, wow, she's fine or whatever. And he's like, yeah, isn't she beautiful or whatever? And she's like, everything like perfect. And then this old lady comes to pick him up or whatever. And he kisses her. They're like, what the hell? But that's his wife. But he still sees her in that image. You see what I'm saying? So you can still see me in this image of this younger woman. My grandfather was the same way.
But no, I'll tell you if you look whack. I will tell you if you look whack, straight up. Just like I did today. Like, go fix it. Like,
what'd you say I look whack today?
You know what I'm saying? No, earlier when we about to start the podcast.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Go fix your shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, you're fine. No, you looking fucked up right now. Go fix it.
See, that's what I'm saying. But when you want it, I know I look busted. I'd be like, I have a pimple.
But it don't matter.
I got food in my teeth.
Listen,
and you're like, ooh, come
it doesn't
here.
matter.
I'm like, bro, are you kidding me?
It's
I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, my hair's not washed. I got a hat on. Like, you know what I'm saying? No makeup on. You know what I mean? Like, dang, I haven't brushed my teeth yet. I don't even know if I had showered yet. And you're like, yeah, come here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. let me take a shower, or I don't feel
No,
like it.
you didn't have your lashes done. Your
Yeah,
nails,
I didn't have my lashes done.
your
My
nails
were
wasn't
cool, but my
done.
lashes,
No,
I
your
felt-
nails wasn't done. You had just took them off because
Oh,
you
yeah,
had
I have
skipped it.
nothing.
You had skipped a week because something happened or whatever the
Oh,
case
yeah,
may be.
yeah.
But you
Yeah,
had
that's
skipped a
true.
week on both, so you had
I
no
had
lashes.
no
You had no
lashes,
nails.
no
You had
nails.
no melanin,
I had no tail.
no
I
tan.
had no melanin. I don't have melanin.
I know,
but I
just
sprayed
you
it
had
on
no,
me.
you had no tanning, nothing. You were just white, no lash, no nail lady.
I told you I said I look like some kind of I don't know weasel or something. I look
But I was like,
terrible.
"You're my wife. You look beautiful." And the booty was shaking in the night pants, and you had the short red shorts or whatever you had on.
See this. I was looking good here. Like this was cool, but she wasn't worried about this. And I was like, hey, don't look cute.
Right,
My skin was
and
dry.
when you don't feel like that, you want to have all the lights off. You want fucking. You don't want to.
I don't feel sexy. One, I'm not going to either do something because I don't feel sexy. I don't feel like I want to bring it out. You know what I'm saying? And then if I do, like if I have an outfit or I have something cute or whatever, I may be more like I'm more willing. I'm open because I'm feeling myself. You're going to get the better benefit of me if I'm feeling myself. So there's nothing you can do to do that. What helps me be that way is just, my regular maintenance on myself.
Yeah, and I had to clean I cleaned the whole house. Everything was clean. Niggas is washing floors and everything. You know what I'm saying? Folding clothes for you, girl. I want to make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've been nice. I didn't yell. I didn't get angry. It was time. You know what I'm saying? It was time to be, some love in the club. You know what I'm saying? With some love in the sheets. And you're like, I'm ugly. What am I going to do? No nails, no eyes. I'm saying, like, you look beautiful.
And I said, that's a lie. Because I can look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Go back. Listen, it is what it is.
And that's why I said, you said, yeah, but you was talking about my shorts and talking about whatever I had on. That's what you saw.
You still look sexy, sweatpants, hair tie, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope you don't take it wrong. I'm telling you, he said that because it's real. If Drake said it, it's real.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? It's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ultimate light skin right there, bro. He said it, and I'm telling you, men like it when you dress down anyways. Men like it when you just don't have nothing on and you're just sweating with your damn night clothes on with some house shoes, some fluffy house shoes, and you know what I'm saying? Your hair in a ponytail, you just finished cleaning. You know what I'm saying? That shit, that's nothing sexier than for us for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to tell you. Okay? Okay. Boom. Okay. So you was talking about some other things that you was talking about. Have you ever said something that you regret?
Yes.
Or you wish you haven't done, or you done something that you wish you haven't done?
Yeah. Okay. So yes, what I said was.
Okay. Say it.
Okay. Have you ever done something or said something that you said something to somebody or whatever, and you're like, why the fuck did I say that? Has there ever been a time that you're like, fuck? Because I literally have a conversation with myself about this one situation that happened when I was like, it was like 20 years ago. Yeah. I was a kid, but I still was like, oh my God. Yeah.
I had a situation with you.
What did you have with me?
So this is when we first started dating. You were deprived. So you were like on.
Oh, yes.
You were on 10. You were like ready every time you saw me or whatever. And it was like go time, right?
Yeah.
So we took a shower together and you fucking, I told you I can get a little crazy.
Yeah.
You turned into some monstrous sex woman in the shower. And I popped too early. It was too excited. I was like, oh shit, I'm about to blow again. Oh, fuck.
And you didn't say anything.
No, and I had this, so I faked like I was having a heat stroke or something. And what the fuck? I just didn't want to tell you that I busted early. You know what I'm saying? And I was just, when I stop, I laid on the ground. It's the first time I let, my feet's all out.
I remember, you used to wear socks all the time.
Yeah. I got the claws like this or whatever. And I'm like, I want my mom.
And when I saw your toes and you had never showed me at that time, like he would wear socks to the beach. Okay, we go to the beach and he wears socks. So I never saw his feet at that time or whatever. He just, it's just
eagle claws, bro. I don't fuck with. I don't.
Cool. That's another story.
Yeah.
But when I saw that you had showed me your toes or whatever, even in the shower, you had said, "Don't look at my feet." Right? That's what you said to me. I'm like, okay. You like give me the soap. You don't see it. And then when you had got out the shower, I really believed something was wrong with you. I was like, you cool? You want me to call, like, you know? And you said you wanted your mom. And I was like, oh, it's serious. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my God.
The
And
whole
then
thing.
later on, obviously, this was, like, earlier in our relationship.
Yeah,
you know,
it was
later on,
pretty early. It was pretty early in my relationship. I'm surprised you stayed with me after that, bro. And I think about it.
But I didn't know
I
that's
think
what it
about
was.
it all the time. Like, bro, I want my mom, bro. What the fuck says that, bro? I don't even think I said mom. I think I said mommy. You know what I'm saying? But I was faking it because I was trying to fake like I had a heat stroke and I was fucked up and I didn't know what to do. And I was like, I am not telling this girl I just busted that fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
well, that's funny. Yeah, because I think if you had, then I would have been like,
yeah.
But yeah, I literally thought, even to this day, as I like play it back in my mind, I literally thought you didn't feel good.
Yeah, that's how you play it, baby. You know, I had to fake it out. I had to fake that shit out.
Good actor
and scene.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. And also, I can't believe you said that shit. Okay, so here's
Bruh.
mine. I have two. One that's funny, and one that's like kind of fucked up or whatever. But I didn't realize that I was saying something fucked up. Okay, so the first one is I was working at the bank and I was like trying to do like the lemonade diet. Remember the lemonade diet?
Yeah.
I was trying to lose weight. Okay, because people were kind of making fun of me and my weight. Like I had a baby, but like my baby was 2, right? And I hadn't lost the weight. I just couldn't get rid of the stomach, whatever. It's still with me. My daughter's almost 10, but whatever. But it was, I guess, more, prominent. You could see it more. And so somebody said, oh, when do you do? And I'm like, oh, it was 2 years ago. So I was like, I got to lose weight. So I was doing whatever it was, lemonade diet, military diet, whatever the fuck I was trying to diet. And so the fucking lemonade diet is like you starve yourself basically, and you're just drinking fucking lemonade, cayenne pepper, and honey or molasses or whatever the fuck it was, right? And I was like, oh my God. So I'm like at the bank counting numbers, and it's busy. And we had this person come in, and I guess it was during her lunch break or whatever, and she came in to get her paycheck or whatever and get the cash or whatever. And then I was like, I said, oh, did you just have lunch or whatever? And she was like, or are you on your lunch? And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, because I could smell Doritos. And then everybody at the counter, and she's like, oh my God, the lady had said, oh my God, you could smell that or whatever. I was like, and then everybody was like, Brianne, I can't believe you said that to her. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm on a diet. I'm hungry. I'm sorry. And then she's like, she kept like holding her hand up, like,
oh
time
shit!
or whatever.
Oh man!
I know.
Oh man!
And then they kept talking. Then everybody was like, I can't fucking believe you said that shit to her. You smelled food on her. Who says that? I was like, I'm not thinking straight. Like, I'm sure if they watch this back, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe you fucking said that. I was like, the girl, I could tell she had Subway and also Doritos.
You smelled it through the freaking glass?
There was no glass. We didn't have glass at this location.
Oh, okay. I'm like, nigga.
No, because like, listen, I have smelled people's fucking breath with like, people from some reason don't understand that onions, cigarettes, weed,
coffee, yeah.
Garlic,
yeah.
That shit stays. You need to like, get in there, get the water pick or whatever.
Yeah,
all that
bro.
shit. It smells so bad, and then it just like, and then even if you brush teeth, it seeps through your pores.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta like detox that shit out of your body. You know what I'm saying? Like if you
cigarette smokers, y'all niggas stink, bro.
Real
it
bad.
ain't no, it ain't no amount of spray you can put on your ass.
It's in your mouth.
It's in your mouth. It's in your clothes. It's in your hair. You niggas, you stink, bro. I'm just letting you know that right now. Coming from a smoker that used to smoke cigarettes who was oblivious of smell. I used to have a big gulp cup of just cigarette freaking butts, and I didn't smell it until I stopped smoking one day.
And then you were like,
I was like, ah! You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas stink. I'm just telling y'all right now. All you smokers, you stink, bro. I love you, but it smells bad.
It smells bad.
But anyways, so what's the other thing?
So one thing that I did, this happened to me when I was younger, and since I was a kid, people would always say different things to me or whatever. Usually, black people would say like, oh, you're invited to the barbecue, or you're this or whatever, like, oh, you're black or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they, in a positive way, they would say stuff to me like that or whatever. And I'd hear it since I was a kid. And I just took it as it was a compliment. It wasn't something that was ever negative. I always felt like, oh, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel welcomed within the community or whatever.
Okay.
All right. But, you hear that from like 8 years old until like I was 19 years old, maybe, right? And my boss, black man, had said, he's a little older than me or whatever, maybe 10 years older than me. And he was always the one that always said that to me. He'd be like, oh, you know, you're not white, you're black or whatever. And I would just like, haha, you know, whatever. And I'd laugh it off or whatever. But that was kind of the joke. And he'd always say that. But then I was trying to go get a car, right? When I was a kid and I had nobody to help me with my credit. Like I was like, I need somebody to co-sign for me or something because I was only 19 years old. I didn't have credit. Nobody taught me about credit. And I went to go get a car. And they were like, you need a co-signer. So I was like, all right. So I asked my mom. She's like, yeah, right. So I went to this place that's down the street and I was like, let me try to get a place. So I got it. I got it on my own. I was like, oh shit. Mind you, the car was only $9,000, brand new, 7 miles on it. Okay. It was a Hyundai Accent, you know, stick shift, whatever.
The one I met you in?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was my first car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rode that shit till the wheels fell off.
You did, nigga.
I rode that shit.
You was
with my system in the car.
You was 27 when I met you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I had that shit.
You shot that shit for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was paid off then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when I met you. Oh, okay.
I paid it off like within 4 years because it was only $9,000.
Anyway,
so yeah, but I had my system. I had my 12s in the back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, please believe. I worked at Circuit City. I'm gonna have a good audio system in my car. So anyways, so I was very proud I got that or whatever. And what I had told, he had said something like, he's like, you got a loan by yourself? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh shit. And I was like, yeah. I said, I guess I'm not black. Right. And then I was being sarcastic and laughing or whatever. Mind you, I thought I was like, you know, I was invited to the barbecue and he was like, yeah, that, like, so you're telling black people don't have good credit? And I was like, no, I wasn't saying that. I was just being stereotypical. You know, I wasn't, of course, that's not the truth. He's like, all right. And then I offended him. And that shit still bothers me. Chanel, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really bothers me. I don't even know if he even remembers that, obviously. But it bothered me. But at the same time, it assisted me with being aware of what I say. Just because I'm invited to the barbecue per se or whatever, part of the community, or I have black kids or I have my husband's black or whatever, you have to still be respectful and aware of different backgrounds.
There's certain jokes you can't say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
you know
just because you got
obviously
a black man and you got black in you don't mean you are, you know what I'm saying, are black.
But I'm
you know what I'm saying? No, not you,
know?
right now. I'm just saying, or any woman that's dating a black person or is in part of that community,
right? Just
because that is, you cannot go around and do stereotypical jokes and you can't make fun, like, you know, in a certain, per se, you know what I'm saying? You have to be very aware of what you say because it can really just, you know, you can it can be bad. It can be bad.
And the thing is that back then, you know, that could have been a lawsuit against me. That could have been, you know, a huge thing because I'm saying something that is derogatory, right? Mind you, that was not where my intention was. That wasn't anything where I was being joking, just like he said shit to me. Yeah. Like literally him and baby daddy would make fun jokes of themselves about their skin complexions or whatever. You know how you say it. You guys have your things to say or whatever. And then in turn, baby daddy would say, make sure you tell him this. And I'm like, okay, that's what he said to you. You know, and then he would like, hey, make sure you tell him about this. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of it, but I'm just relaying the message. I'm not saying the N-word or anything like that. I'm just saying that they're making comments about each other's skin complexions. And so I was like, oh, okay, mind you, just unaware of shit. And then when he said that, it like checked me. You know what I'm saying? Not that he did it to check me in a disrespectful way, but he's like, you know, like, you can't say that. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't tell me that. He just kind of said like, what are you trying to say? And I offended him. And that was it right there. So I made sure to, like, going forward, I can't say that I have never made a mistake going forward after that, but I was definitely more conscious of how I feel. So I feel like that's how other people should do the same thing. They should be more understanding, more conscious of what they are saying in front of people.
Yeah, man. You people who are dating black, you know, or in that type of field, they have to be mindful. And it sucks because we talk shit about white people all the time, you know what I'm saying? And we call them snow bunnies and do all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, we say all these different derogatory things about white people, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Like, white people can't say shit about us.
No, yeah, that's
Like,
true.
you just
Yeah,
can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is. You can't.
the white people have said enough for
Yeah.
long enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I
It's
feel
just
like
not
at this
happening.
point it shouldn't be.
It's just not
You
happening.
know, I feel like comedians and stuff like that can joke about race and it be somewhat okay.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a pass sometimes, depending on what is being said, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's true. There was a basketball player, or was it a football player that just got drafted recently? There was this guy that just got drafted, I believe. I want to say it was the NFL draft, and his white girlfriend was like hugging on him or whatever, and the mom was kind of like, "You're not about to take his money," type shit.
Oh, really? No, I didn't see
you
that.
didn't see that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I mean, slowly, that's what Dr. Umar was talking about too.
Oh.
Yeah, he's basically saying that. Well, you watched it too, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Umar.
Yeah, Dr. Umar was saying that snow bunnies, white people, will find a black man that they can believe in and be with them, in the beginning, see that he's about something and then invest in that man until he becomes big. And then now he's been with them and now he's with a white girl. When a black woman would see that same man and be like, nah, you're not there yet. Holler at me when you get everything. You know what I'm saying? And then let's say that, that they see that same black man 10 years from now and he's with a white woman. And then now they're looking at him as whatever, but he's like, well, you didn't want me when I was at my lowest or whatever. You didn't want me in the beginning. You wasn't willing to work with me, saying before I became big. You wanted me to already have it all. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's just black women that do that though. So I don't know. I don't know the statistics. I do know that there are some women that will be like, holler at me and I want you to have everything like that. And I just don't know if that's like realistically. I don't think it's just, I've been with black women who didn't care what you have and they wanted, you know what I'm saying? Like,
be willing to build and all that stuff
like I don't know if that's just black women that don't do that. It's a lot of women, period.
Yeah. I think if you generalize it, that's where he's looking at it. I think if he's looking at it, I don't know. I would like to see the numbers.
I don't know. Maybe he's right. Maybe he is right. And then he's saying like, you guys got to learn how to build. I've been saying this since my podcast. Yeah. I'm like, listen, you have to find someone that you have your core values with. And that you're looking to be like, okay, core values, right? There's going to be some core values. It's not going to be everything that you like in a person, but he has some core. That person, or that woman, or that man has that, or that man, that woman, or whoever you're going to be with has some core values where it's like, okay, I can work with this. So I can sacrifice some of the things that I don't like about them because most of the things that I do like about this person, they outweigh the negatives. They outweigh the negatives. It's like how we can build. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. I think if you find that person, or if that person finds you, or whatever the case may be, then you build. And then when you become who you are, that millionaire or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? You've been through the mud. You know what I'm saying? Like you've done all the hard work, and now you are going to reap the benefits of it. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know if it's. I don't know if it's just all. I don't believe it's all black women that do that. You know what I'm saying? I have came across some black women who want you to have what you have, but it's like, It isn't. I don't know. It just seems weird that he would just. Oh, the snow bunnies is beating you out. The snow bunnies is beating you out because he's posted a bunch of men that have women that are not black that I guess held that person down since they were younger or whatever, invested into their what they were doing, and now they get to reap the benefits or whatever. So I don't know. I just think it's like I just feel like is it. I don't know why he's blaming black women. You know what I'm saying? Like saying, oh, black women, you better beat out the snow bunny. It's like.
No, I don't think that's the case.
I mean, I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
There are some women that are like that, but I don't think it's just a specific race. I believe any woman. I feel like some, and also sometimes I do think that even if they see a person that's into sports and then they're very strong in it, that I think that women in general are going to be drawn to that, right? Because they're like, oh, he can make it to the NBA. He can make it to if that's the kind of life that they're only wanting to have. But I feel like people that are starting from the bottom and with that person, I feel like why can't they be with that person regardless of whatever their ethnicity background is? Right.
You know
what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, personally, you and I didn't think that you were going to go to the NBA, or did I think that I thought that you were going to, be like, a millionaire or whatever. When I met you, obviously attraction, but also when I started to get to know you more, I found the values you and I that are things that I will not be willing to compromise in certain circumstances. You know, can't be disrespectful. You have to be respectful to your parents, you know, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? And I saw those values in you, and I was like, those are things that I would want to be in, and to have as like a partner, you know what I mean? Also how you your love for your kids and how you love my daughter, you know what I'm saying? Those are things that I will never forget, because I'm like, those are things that you, even now, just shows that that's how you are still to this day. Your humanity for people, how you care for people, you know what I mean? Like, you just,
I don't know why the stigma. Why does black women have? Why do black women have the stigma? Is that they, like, every time I hear, I'm like looking at all the social media, and they're just saying black women they want a man to have this and that and this and that and this and that, and I'm sitting there like, is this just a black woman thing? How about what if that's just media spewing bullshit? Right. Like, what if it's not real? What if it's not? Because it's like, dude, there can't be just black women out there just saying, oh, and like I said, I don't think I've even ran into a black woman that way. Like, I ran into these model type women, right?
Yeah.
Or that on Instagram, and they want to have a certain type of lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You know, they want to be in the bottle service. They want to be with the football players, and they want to do that. But that's not just black women. You know what I'm saying? That's all fucking backgrounds of women who want that type of lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, so why is he just saying, oh, black women better beat out the snowbunny and beat out the white girl? And it's not just white women who have these black men. There's all kind of different ethnicities. I effed that up, didn't I? You know what I'm saying? So it frustrates me, and I don't know, man. Some of the stuff he be saying is kind of effed up. Like, I don't know.
Sometimes.
Like, I mean, he got some kind of good points or whatever.
He has some decent points about some things that are systematic.
But
I'm just saying, he can have hatred towards a race. You know, he could have hatred towards the white person. That's his. I
don't like the white people back in the day that hung us, and that fucking any racist person that harms black men or black women or black people, period,
or any race,
or anybody, right?
Yeah.
I don't like any of those people.
Yeah.
But if you're not that person, I'm not gonna hate you because of what your ancestors did. Like, I think that's just stupid to me.
Yeah, each person.
You know what I'm saying? Each person is different. Like, our world is different now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
to a certain extent. To a certain extent, it is.
It's not. You're right. It's not different. So I'm sorry. It's actually the same. It's being brought to light.
Now. You see it now.
Right. Mm-hmm. But some people are different now.
Yes.
Okay.
Some people are more open-minded. There's people that are more open-minded. Yeah.
But I just don't understand why Dr. Umar in that particular situation was saying, you know, oh, you got to beat out the white girl because what black women need to do is get you a man that you can invest in so that way you can be at the top, which is okay, cool. But it's
that's what he preaches, you know.
Right.
So I mean, if I were to play, not that he gives two shits about my opinion, but if I were to play, like, okay, from his perspective, I could see what he's saying, because he doesn't believe in interracial marriages at all.
Not at all.
Not even close to it. He was like, I don't necessarily think that he hates races per se. Like, if he were to be like, hey, there's a white couple there and they're cool or whatever, I don't think he's like, I hate them. I don't think that's the case. That's not really what I see him preach about. Mind you, I don't listen to everything he's ever been on or read everything. But on the stuff that I've seen, some of the things that he says, it's not that he is like, hey, love who you love. Do what you want to do. He's like, just systematically, it doesn't work. Okay? Black people should be with black people is what he's specifying. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're going to do is you're going to do it. But he's saying it's because for culture, he said also because
watering
down the race. Exactly. But then I look at it, then I look at the other way. I'm like, well, you're watering down the white race too, because if you want to say there's no more, then it'll eventually we'll all be different races. There'll be no pure lines. And I think that's what he's saying. He's like, because the black line should be still maintained. You know, because the DNA and stuff like that. So I think that's what he's more saying. Like, hey, women, don't sit here and count these guys out when these white women are coming in here and pulling places. What I have a problem with is any woman that just sits there and sees an opportunity for financial gain. I hate that shit.
Yeah, that's
just
whack.
Bullshit. Like, dude, this poor guy is just like, you know, he's a machine because he's going to be going into the military and going into the NFL, going into, you know, the NBA or whatever his position is. and he's going to be using his body as a machine, more or less, for however long his career is. And so he shouldn't even be focused on a female at that time, personally. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's where he was kind of coming across as just, hey, women, you know, if you think that you want to put this guy, you know, like throw him away because he has nothing going for himself, just keep in mind that there's women out there, white women, that are going to be right there waiting to be with them, and then go through the mud with them. Mm-hmm. And then they reap the benefits.
Yeah.
So
stop waiting for this men to have it all.
Yeah.
For you to try to become that person's person.
You know, the only time that because I agree with it worked for us, you know what I'm saying? But also, I didn't have anything for myself. It's not like I was the best going on or whatever, but I had a couple ideas what I wanted to do and stuff like that. And I saw visions in you that I was like, okay, but I had no idea that we're going to be married. I literally didn't, I never thought we would be married. I couldn't even think that far in the future. I just knew I liked you. And I saw, why are we clicking so easily? You know what I'm saying? That was the part that was crazy. But I think that's the only time that I would ever agree with maybe like, hey, make sure that you like have this person have a little something going for themselves, is only after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Like if you are in your 20s, maybe even 30s, because men sometimes you guys take a while to kind of grow. They have to kind of mature a little bit, and usually in the 20s, you know, men are just like, you know, whatever they want to do, their hormones, whatever. They don't give a fuck about careers, probably. Not everybody, but some just don't. They just cloud it with other things. So if you're in your mid 30s and you don't know what you're going to do with your life or whatever, or if you've never had a career or anything thus far, then I can see a woman saying, you need to have some type of plan where it's going to happen in a couple years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're in your 40s and you're dating still or whatever, and you don't have children, you have nothing, you have no previous relationship, no marriage, no, you know, you didn't have kids or anything.
There's got to be progress.
There's got to be progress. Then I can see where a woman would say, you need to have your shit together a little bit before I even fuck with you.
That's allowed.
But I think that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the only time that I would be like, I feel like accepting. But I feel like if you're these women who are like, while they're in their dating times, when you're dating in your 20s, there should be certain things, like I said, core values. He can't do this. He can't do this. Certain things. I don't need to have him be like, he needs to be 7 feet tall, dick size this, and blah, 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 blah. And he has to have this. He has to have this car, blah, 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 whatever. When you don't even have your own shit together. Now, I can see status among status. If you are a woman who's like, hey, I'm financially stable. I'm going to get my doctorate, or I'm, I come from wealth or whatever. I could see them having that type of wanting to have that same status.
Yeah.
But if you are already down here and you're on an air mattress, or you are going to school yourself, and you know what I mean, or a single mom, or whatever the circumstances, you can't. I just don't feel like it's very fair for you to be like, I need to have this man up here. It's great to have dreams, but I mean, I feel like you should be equally yoked in that aspect.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. I agree. Equally yoked, or bear with go through the mud. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you're not willing to go through the mud, you may not be, you may not find your diamond. So,
Diamond in the rough.
Diamond in the rough.
Okay. Well, that's all I had today, Chosen.
That's all I got. I'm about to go. Just go to sleep. Go lay on some Miss Bree, kiss on some necks and stuff. And, you know what I'm saying?
I want to go finish the rest of that movie.
No, you look beautiful right now. So you know what that means.
I look beautiful. I'm feeling beautiful.
You're feeling beautiful right now, so you already know what that means.
So I go like pull these
things
off, and then
right? Yeah.
I don't know if everybody.
They gonna know that reference.
If you're a real one, you'll know that reference.
If you're real, you'll know that one.
Only Fresh Prince fans will really know what that is.
Yeah.
But, all right, well, that's all we have today.
Chosen on the beat.
Miss Bree.
You just pulled up to the chop shop.